timing starts when the screen fades to black after I press confirm here. So yeah, let's get going now. This is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This is the, I think, 15th game in the series. The category is 10 gold bolts, since we obviously collect, well, 10 gold bolts. Gold bolts are just 20, there are 25 of them in the game, and they're just secret collectibles. I'm going to collect 10 of them because why not? If you have any questions on anything I do in this run, feel free to ask. I'll answer any of them. What I'm doing right now, these jumps, they save a little over a frame each time. They really aren't necessary to do. I think it's like 36 of them. Every 36 you save a second. So over the course of the run, by doing these, I only save like 1 or 2 seconds. I'm just going through a tutorial now. I now know how to throw a wrench. What I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing the first gun of the game, and I am restarting checkpoints, since it just lets this ammo crate spawn faster, and if I hit those easy targets, yeah. Now here comes something a bit weird. I open the map into photo mode, and while I'm in photo mode, I open the PS5's built-in create menu, and that just makes the game freak out and puts things in a pause state, but some things continue playing for some reason. Which just lets me just skip this entire rail section, because rails are slow in this game. And by killing that enemy and restarting, it brings us where we're exactly meant to be.
You're smiling and waving, huh? I would bet the blogs are behind this, or the Cragmites.
This is the most broken category in the entirety of Rift Apart. Purely because we don't play through the entire game, and this game is heavily built around triggers. You have to hit every trigger in every level to complete levels, really. So this game is purely movement-based, if anything. This is just nothing interesting going on here. I'm just going to be defeating a few enemies for a bit. And defeating a boss. This ship, to be precise. Okay, that was... Don't hit me. Oh, let's... The reason why I'm using this blaster weapon at the current moment is because it's the only weapon I have. I'll stop using this very, very soon. This is the last enemy I'll probably kill with it in the entire run. If I get good ammo crate RNG for the rest of the run, since I can't control what ammo I get from ammo crates. Now I'm doing more of these map into photo mode things to get an IJ. Which, this skips one of those elevator things I was using, and it saves around 6 seconds. If I'm correct. If I don't mess it up, that is, of course. Yep, which I did. So we're gonna do it again. And hopefully I don't mess it up, which I think I am. No way, I think I saved it. I hope. Oh no, I did. Here, unfortunately, our Rift Apart run is one of Rift Apart's runner's least favorite things. Rails, since they're just slow. But there is a way to keep a bit of speed. It's just by constantly jumping on them.
It cannot be good.
We're gonna press a button. I'm just gonna press a giant button to blow up this giant robot that's dragging our big thing. Now here's the weapons vendor. We're just gonna buy a weapon. And this is the main weapon we'll be using for the rest of the run. In full new game categories, you buy 3 weapons. The one I just bought, one I'll be buying later on in the run, and a rocket launcher. I have not had a that is the best that's gun all day for me. Oh, okay. What? I've never had that happen before. Let's try that again. I'm trying to jump onto the train and then IJ over to this cutscene trigger. There we go.
Did you see that?
What's coming up next is there's a door that is locked and I have to kill a few enemies. Now, if I kill the first lot of enemies fast enough, this door will open up sooner. If not, I just have to kill the other enemies and then I'll be fine. Okay, I was not fast enough. Oh no, I was fast enough.
This is worse than I had imagined. Sand sharks from above.
We're just gonna ignore these enemies as they're just gonna be eaten.
Nefarious' ship. We've got to find a way up there. The taxi's leaving from. Then we better.
There's only really 2 things. I need to make sure I have 4,000 bolts by the 3rd planet in this run.
I have hobbies, and I know that finding
And also I just collect a load of titanium which is used to upgrade weapons beyond their level up system using practically skill trees.
Why don't we get it back from the ferry?
Now the thing about these guys is that sometimes they die to 1 bomb, sometimes they die to 2. Sometimes they just don't die.
Alright, next stop, Nefarious. These rips are getting out of hand.
Coming up is the first and really only major boss in this entire run, since we're not playing through the entire game. It's only really just the beginning portion of it.
Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these years just to try and take over the universe again? Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job.
For giving my assistant paid paternity.
Quickly, we cannot let Nefarious
Just gotta
overuse the dimension.
defeat him as Dr. Nefarious here as fast as we can. You know, just your regular old boss battle. One phase he sends in enemies, another phase he sends in enemies, and then defeat.
Take that, Nefarious. Oh dear, he is targeting us. Me boys, where did Nefarious find these? How many times have we heard that?
Probably around 80.
Thing is, if you do this boss fight a bit really fast, the dialogue in it gets a bit weird. You're hearing incomplete conversations. Now, here we're about to collect the first 2 gold bolts of the run in a completely unconventional way.
Dimensions are weakening.
This is Torn 4, a planet to visit later on in the run. We're going to make a quick stop here. And if I get the trick right. The devs, to show off how fast the PS5 can load, put in practically the entire level in these, when you're loading in, when you do these fast travel things. Which is pretty handy for us, since it also loads in the gold bolts.
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
Okay, there, I got it, I think, hopefully. There we go. And now we just stop off here. Also, another handy thing is, even when you're meant to visit Torn, you aren't meant to be up here, but it's solid, which is handy enough for us, since it lets us get to where we need to go. And that is this. First gold bolt. That's 1, 9 to go. Oh yeah, another funny thing is, there are two playable characters in this game, Ratchet, who I'm playing as right now, and Rivet, who I will be playing as towards the end of the run. Yeah, this is one of Rivet's planets, but I'm here as Ratchet. Okay, what I'm doing now is known as a swing shot IJ. And basically what you're meant to do intentionally is use another gadget to get on this planet called the hurl shot to get back over here. But yeah, we can't grab that. Oh no. That's exactly what I hoped didn't happen in this run. I've got to go through this all again. That's kind of why I put my guess estimate time as a lot higher than I thought, because I thought I'd mess that up. So I do have to run through this again. Fortunately, I got the stop off trick first try. It's a third this time. I think I'll explain how like what the trick is called the PMA works. It just puts Ratchet in a pause state, but other things such as animations continue onwards, continue while Ratchet is in this pause state, which is why I can get an IJ. By hyperstriking, his hyperstrike animation finishes, and so I can just jump out of it. That's number 2, and now we're done with Torn. Weird thing about Torn is actually you can't swing your wrench or use any weapons while you're on here.
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
I don't know why, that's just how it works. Now we just have a minute, basically, of unskippable animation. So if anyone has any questions on anything I've done in the first level, feel free to ask and I'll try my best to answer it.
We've been boarded! Get off me, ship, foul creature!
Oh, you know, I don't have to shoot there, I just shoot because I don't want to be sitting there doing nothing. So what I'm about to do a trick that saves 2 seconds, but if you mess it up even once, it's just it's the same speed as taking the casual route. Of course, I'm going to try to go for it.
Where are you, Clank? Maybe someone around here has seen it.
Got it. That makes up a tiny bit of time over that mistake there in Torn. Also, there is a way to skip some unskippable cutscenes by using the visual settings, funnily enough, if I can get it. Now, what I'm doing is I got a checkpoint, and I'm just changing my visual settings down, which just skips that animation. I'm going over here now to get another gold bolt.
Can't get past me.
Restart checkpoint to get back to where I first was.
What's Club Nefarious gonna sound like?
And
Sounds like a club, all right.
now, after this cutscene, I can do a thing called a cutscene warp. Basically, I just can run during a cutscene and it just warps me somewhere. Well, more precisely, ahead. If I get it. Nope, I got the weird one where it just forces me, just teleports me. I'm gonna grab this red thing in here as I can. Nice, I got that guy. That guy will force the Phantom there to jump onto that and continue moving, which we need. Okay.
Why does everyone think I'm with the Resistance? Is there a Phantom around here?
This is really just, we're chasing him down because we need him to get a ship to save the metal guy, Clank, who was on our back in the first level. That's really what's happening in the story, if you need to know. Now after defeating these enemies, we're going to be getting the movement option that I will be using for the rest of the run. It's called the Phantom Dash. It's just a dash. There is nothing specific about it. That it's just faster. Also, I'm dead.
Phantom Dash?
And there's another bolt. Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to do this as fast as possible so I don't have to wait for him to get onto this elevator with me, and the elevator will just go up instantly. He's meant to be talking to us right now, but he's not here.
How do I get to that rooftop? I'm coming, Clay. Just hang on.
Get more bolts. Good thing about this game, if you mess up anything, you can more than likely save it with a infinite jump, but I couldn't because I messed up the second one. So it has to be map into photo mode. No, you can't just open photo mode straight away.
Headed to the roof? You should use that rare titanium in your pockets to upgrade your...
Thanks again for the help, Secret Agent Zircon.
Well, we have... There is a, unskippable cutscene coming up, but if you trigger the checkpoint before the cutscene starts and restart checkpoint, it skips it.
You got my starship ready?
You'll get it, don't you worry. I just need
Which
you
is
to help me with one last
pretty handy for me. I think I messed it up though, but there is a way to back it up if you just do the same visual change as earlier.
Citizens of Nefarious City, this
And now thankfully for you, the game looks nicer again.
This is the voice of truth. And the truth is, we need to talk.
Now, there is a trick coming up that saves 5 or 6 minutes, if I'm correct. but it is one of, if not the hardest trick in the entirety of the game. What? And I'll try to show off it, but I probably won't hit it. But it is a really weird and interesting trick that is only used in this category, because in every other category you go to that planet anyway, so there's no point in doing it.
Actions speak louder than words.
Okay, I can get up here. There we go. That's all.
Finally! Nefarious Tower, here I come. How do you expect me to get to the bazaar from here? Alright.
What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to turn on some of the cheats you get for getting gold bolts. Let's get some rupees in here.
Now, whoa, this is fast. Is head to the statue, use glitch,
Yeah, for a bit of fun.
and then find Clank on Sargasso.
Oh yeah, I need to mention that when I'm saying, you may see someone saying Savali, only 2 people have ever hit this trick in a run. And I'm not one of them. There are 2 versions of this trick, and they're both stupid hard. If I hit either one, which I won't. Don't get hopeful that I hit this trick. Getting this gold bolt, and then it's the valley. There's a boss fight here, and in it you change planet. Mid-fight. Okay. 20 damage, instantly. Welcome to the valley. I'm going to show off both versions of this track, and I'm going to miss them both. This is the first one. This is the easier of the 2. There are these other collectibles exclusively on this planet called Lombax orbs. They are like pieces of lore, basically. I'm triggering one that just happens to be here because of this puzzle. Please, oh no. Crap. Well, I might as well just try to show it. No, I missed it. But basically what you do with that one is you trigger the thing, and then you might be able to trigger the cutscene that follows with the, that follows it when using the first one that you ever use. And that cancels your falling animation that you will trigger, that I'm trying to trigger by doing a PMA into it. Okay, that's fun. I think I got it. Let's see. Yes, I did. Now, Ratchet's just falling forever. I'm way too far to the right. That usually happens. You're never going to... And there it is. That's it. Yeah, that's the 2 versions of Savali. Now we're just going to defeat this boss because I am not doing Savali. I will then instead be doing the slower version where we do an extra, basically an entire extra planet instead of doing this. But it is much safer. And still doesn't require you to hit an extremely hard strat. I did manage to kill the boss on the second planet. I can barely do that. Now here, this is meant to be like one of these mini puzzles. Yeah, thankfully, you can just skip it entirely. Basically just shoot the bad guys and complete the objective. Yeah, that's glitch puzzles. And also, we're done with Ratchet for the entire run. That's it. No more Ratchet, we're on to Rivet. Rivet has basically the entire same movement set as Ratchet. There's no difference between them. Besides, Rivet has a robot arm.
Where are you taking me?
I was gonna take you to my hideout. But first, I gotta rescue my friends at their gelatonium factory. Wait! There's a seeker peak right over my hideout. I haven't been out this far in a while. Got a lot of swamp acid between...
Those beetles appear to have no issue with the acidic swamp water.
Now here, we need to catch this Speedle thing. And what you're meant to do is you're meant to... This is basically a tutorial on how to use them, basically. Here's the thing. The game saves your position based on how long you stand there. If I just jump quickly off of these, where I last was is actually way back up here, which means I don't have to ride that Speedo back up here. And instead, I can just skip it. Now, you might be able to see it just barely in the distance there, but we're going for a gold vault in that hoop. You're meant to be getting this on basically a revisit with a side quest, during a side quest. Where you ride a dragon to gather purple berries called Zerp stones. These Zerp... Yeah, we're not bothered coming back here, so we're just gonna get it now. Because thankfully, if you're not meant to be on it, it is solid. That's another one. Actually, one thing I think I should mention is if you've seen in the bottom left, I have this thing mapped to my D-pad. The one on my top D-pad is to skip my cutscene. The one on the left is to use a wrench combo, which I use to move forward during parts I cannot. The bottom one is photo mode, and then the last one is actually slow down time, which you use when using the fastest movement option in this game, the hover boost, which we will not grab in this run because we don't go to that planet. Actually, well, we have been to that planet actually, but they just don't spawn in because they don't want us getting them early. And those are hover boosts. You do something called wrench boost. There. They just send you flying. Ramming against the wall with them, and then at an angle, using the hover boots and slow-mo, and then whacking your wrench against the wall gives you an absurdly amount of speed. Now here, I'm going to buy the last weapon of the run, the Topiary Sprinkler. It turns your enemies into bushes, and the upgrade I just bought using Titanium gives me a damage bonus, just basically. So I just do extra damage while they're in the bush form. So I'm going to use this to take out this mini boss fast. That's the one thing. I need to hope for when I need grenade ammo, I have grenades. I get grenade ammo, and when I need Topiary ammo, I get Topiary. That usually doesn't happen. I probably won't. So, if I run low on ammo, I have to switch over to the burst pistol. Oh shit, the wrong button. I am just using it here because I'm just defeating these quicker enemies. Wait, it never says there's going to actually be alive down there. How and why? As you see, I could easily just fly down there, which I would next time, but I have to defeat all these guys because there is triggers, which will not allow me to do the next thing. Because the video game.
Now to lower the bridge. Wow. Come on, bridge. Seriously?
Restart checkpoint for basically so I can just get a replenish of ammo.
I do regret this.
Come on. We both know how this is gonna end, big guy.
And with all those enemies gone, I can use another speedo to press these buttons. But first, just another quick gold vault. Now, while watching the speedo, it doesn't actually make me do that animation where I get the gold vault, so, you know, it's time. Didn't need to bash into it there.
Home sweet home.
Why are you so hesitant to trust me?
I was to fly over here in this on the field.
Especially when they're tearing my galaxy apart.
I am not. I was trying to help Ratchet find the other Lombaxes.
Hey, that's my annoying robot.
Now, although the speedo isn't meant to be here, they can just pulse, which will use to just reach the top of the speaker feed thing faster. Because the first phase, the boss phase of the boss fight are when you hit that button. Now, the funny thing about that button is you don't have to hit it with a speedo. And we do that after that phase, this phase where we shoot it with a weapon instead of hitting it with the speedo, like intended.
Give me back my robot.
Backup power has almost restored the flight stabilizer. How delightful!
What? No, you're not getting away from me.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Emperor's got some weak skills. That's all you got.
Now I'm just doing another photo mode of use to skip a thing that will force me onto another speedo, so I can just
Throw whatever you want. You're not getting away from me.
shoot the button.
Ugh, I say bolts.
And this is the last phase of the boss fight. I am just going to hopefully quickly finish this guy off.
Bring it. Why don't you let me drive that thing? And now we can help out the Morts caught
Now
up.
upcoming is the first Clank puzzle of the
By the
game.
way, how about I
And
hook you up with the signal booster to fix
one
that
of the many we don't, and one of the few,
But that would be...
no, we don't do any of them in any category.
Not as thrill-
Because there's just a skip puzzle button. Just in case you aren't able to do it. Now I'm using the wrench combo and thing I talked about on the D-pad to move quick close to the ship so I can get in faster. And here I have a 30-second unskippable cutscene.
Phantom, Moy
Yeah,
Doy,
this game likes
Captain
unskippable
Quantum,
cutscenes for some reason.
Klatchki? Me. Attention, Resistance. I'm posting the Emperor's hit list to our network. Come on, let's fix that communicator. We've got a dimension to save before the Emperor finds us too.
Let's
Oops, I need to access photo mode there. And this is the last planet of the run.
So, this is, Zerky's gastropub in
We're gonna grab
Parallax?
the 9th gold bolts down here, which we were meant to be on a magnet path to grab, but
So, this is,
yeah, forget
Zerky's
that.
gastropub in Battle.
Actually, let's activate the last of... Let's just use any of some of the
Does
stuff.
anywhere in the universe
Okay,
look like
actually, I won't have this on UR mode.
It's here.
I hope you are right. The destruction
Hold that thought.
Make your enemies go.
We're gonna buy all the upgrades for the Shadow Bomb so it does as much damage as it can. We are gonna actually upgrade the effect duration as well because we have the rare titanium too. And this is what we call door skip. This door is meant to close, and we're meant to wait for like an explanation about the place. But no, we can just if we are fast enough, we can just phantom dash where we're not meant to. And yeah. Oh yeah, there I just did another one of those cutscene warp things. And this is just an arena.
must every dimension have
You know,
a dangerous
nothing special. Just kill the enemies as fast as possible.
The pirates are coming through rifts.
Gotta admire them for always finding new ways
There is
to
this
cheat.
arena fight. This is 5 rounds long. There is a quick boss battle, and then there is a beetle race. And after doing that, we get the 10th and final gold bolt of the run. Once again, if anyone has any questions on, if you want me to elaborate on anything I've done in this run, just ask, and then we'll see if I can go into further detail about it. I'm just hitting these guys with a wrench because, not because it's faster, it just saves ammo. See, that wrench throwing tutorial really came in handy. Altitude square. Never thought those combos would come in such handy. There's round 4 out of 5. We're on to the last round. These arena rounds are they're time-based. There is a certain amount of time between each of these guys spawning, so it doesn't matter how fast you kill them. You just have to kill them, and then there's a certain amount of time before the next one spawns. There's the next guys. Oh yeah, that voice is coming from Pierre here. No. Good friend. Definitely isn't trying to kill us or anything. No. Guess what? Guess what now? More unskippable cutscenes. I cannot skip this animation where we get a piece of armor. I'll put that on. Because why not? He's just coming up with excuses why not to fight. And I think it's for the better that he doesn't. Because we're gonna annihilate this guy. So, say your hellos and goodbyes to Francois. Okay, there's Francois. You can also change color of armor, so let's go with, no, wait, I'm choosing the wrong color. Pure black.
Nice work back there.
And now here's the last gold bolt. If I'm correct, let me just check. Yeah, 9 out of 25. The run will end after, I believe, the fade to black after completing this race. Okay. Why is it those there? Okay. It's like the bolts from the boss just stay there. Weird. So I just want to thank anyone who was here during this run. It wasn't anything particularly good. If you die on Torin, which I hate having runs that have died on Torin. This is just me going through portals, just a simple race. Yeah, thanks to anyone who was here. This was great fun, just be here. Good luck to any other runners who are taking place after this. I think it's Dark Souls 3 after this, if I'm correct. Anyway. If you want to check out that Savali shot, I recommend checking out the world record of second place. That's the run. 10 gold bolts out of 25. We're not getting the other 15 because there's no point in getting the other 15. It's just 10 because why not?